But I couldn't really just, yeah, maybe by one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! No!
Plus Vivi.
Vivi, Yamato, and I'm assuming you're thinking
yeah.
Loki.
Yeah, that's the theory with that one. Vivi, Yamato, Loki. I mean, that's the thing too. Yamato would also be temporary. No, I don't think. I mean, to be fair though, also, like you said, story's almost over. Straw Hats as a concept doesn't need to exist after the story's over.
Yeah.
So it really just kind of depends of like what is the Straw Hats going to end up being considered in the end? I guess it'll just be the core members still, but like I don't know, it's still just maybe somehow they'll all sail off and do their own. But like I feel like they're gonna still. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do their own thing, and then I feel like they're gonna be like the Roger Pirates, just like meeting up and doing like drinks and stuff. But I mean, Vivi can't exist in the world until the story is over now, because she would be. I mean, short term she would be hunted by CP0. Slightly longer than short term, she would be hunted by Emu. So either way, it doesn't like there's nothing you can do. She has to be in hiding / with the Straw Hats until the rest of the story. So by that logic, she can just be a Straw Hat. And then Yamato, I mean, should probably be there when they go to Laugh Tale.
That would parallel Odin. No, it wouldn't.
Why wouldn't it?
Was Odin there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we got it in the first place. It's part of the Odin backstory.
Such a good point.
And then I don't know. Loki's the weird one, but technically, I mean, I think Loki's the most likely of all. Besides those two I just said, Loki's the most likely of the Straw Hat possibilities because people cope for like wanting Bonnie and like Momo and characters like that, but like they already have their own set things that they're doing. Momo literally, I don't know why people are acting like Momo can be.
Yeah,
because we directly got a. It's not okay. It's not that he can't be. It's just it would have to be very brief, and it's again probably only going to be at the end of the story after like Wano's destroyed or some shit, an attack from Blackbeard. Or I don't fucking know, something like that. Because the problem with somebody like somebody like Momo is it's not possible when you have the narrator say that Momo will be known in the future as the Great Shogun of Wano. That is also probably why I don't think every monarchy can be abolished at the end of the story because of a comment like that. Although I guess he could be remembered as the Great Shogun of Wano because he was the last Shogun of Wano, but even still, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, it's the same thing that Dragon says about the revolutionaries and everything. Like, there's no...
I feel like you can still have a shogun and become, like, democratic, like, adjacent.
Sure.
Break away from monarchy and not have it be, like, solely one ruling family. Just have, like, a president-type figure.
I'm curious to see how. I mean, yeah. I mean, hell, that's what it already kind of is anyway, because you've got Kinemon and everybody else helping, like all of the scabbard. Like you've already essentially have a council.
Yeah.
In Wano, it's not just Momo deciding everything. But I mean, that's also the thing too with Dragon. Like, he's said before, like he would never. He said with the whole deal with Cobra, like he would never be able to forgive Sabo if he killed Cobra, because that's not their fight. Their fight is not with the monarchs of kingdoms. It is with, Like, they encourage people to revolt against monarchies that go against the will of the people, but, like, Cobra was a beloved king, and they don't have issue with that. They have issue with the Gorosei and the world government above them. So I feel like it works. I don't know. We'll have to see how Oda does it, though.
I do just kind of like the idea that they will get rid of the monarchies, and it is just what you were saying. Just he was remembered as the last one.
Sure.
Because I do really like the idea that like the monarchy type system. Because that is an old like ideal to have kings and shit. Like I like that that's been perpetuated by Emu. Because there was the chapter where they were like, "What are you supposed to do to a nation without king? Like, how are you supposed to manipulate a nation without a king?" And then they like took over Dorian Brogy or whatever.
That's a good point, because, yeah, Emu took over Dorian Brogy and then installed them as the joint kings
Right.
of Elbaf, so that then they have a monarch to rule over and manipulate. Fair point.
I like the overall idea that Emu was just keeping the world in the past like that.
I guess that's my thing. It's not that I'm like against your idea. It's more just because I would like that a lot too. I'm just more like, I like the idea, but I am more with expectations for future stuff. I just try to be like, I try to keep expectations in check with something like that. Like, I wouldn't hate it if Oda didn't abolish all monarchies at the end of the story, for example. It would be cool. I would like that, but I don't have. I guess that's the thing. Realistically, I would imagine it's the kind of thing where, I mean, Luffy's dream and all these other things are going to occur where it's probably somehow, some way, if he keeps monarchies, the way that the world would work at that point would be everything would have to be for the people and like be beneficial to the point where every king would either have to be like Cobra or they'd be overthrown. So that's fine in a situation like every single like. But that's also where it's a little weird, because while I agree with the idea of removing all the monarchies and stuff, I would be kind of sad if like you have everything with Dressrosa, with all of the people wanting their beloved King Riku back, and then oust him as a ruler. It's like, well,
I think he would be happy with it though.
Maybe. I mean, it just depends on.
Because he didn't want to return to being a king anyway.
I mean, he didn't want to return because of him feeling too bad about like that's the whole. They want all these countries want their peaceful, benevolent kings back. Like, I mean, same with like I know a lot of the best kings don't want to be or are or like, they're listening to the people and everything, but like I don't know, like it's a good, nice, heartwarming feeling that Dalton is the one in charge of Drum Island.
I still think Dalton will be like the protector of Drum Island and
no, I know, of course,
one of the like main people, but
yeah.
I think he will go with the idea of that no one person should have that much power over a group of people.
Maybe, we'll see.
Because I mean, I think all of the kings individually would agree with that as well.
I do too.
People care about their kingdoms above all else.
We shall see.
Because none of them want power; they just want to help.
I guess that's the part where I'm just bracing a bit for it, because if Oda doesn't go down that route, I would still be fine, because that would still, the way that it has been set up, it's not really possible to have a. It very likely won't be possible to have like any sort of corrupt rulers by the end of the story, regardless of if there's monarchies or not.
Maybe like, I don't know. The world's really big. Like, I don't think you can just keep the system and just be like, okay, all the people in it right now are good, and it's gonna stay like that. You kind of have to overthrow the system to prevent corruption in the future. And also, you can be like, okay, every kingdom we've seen could have a good kingdom. But then there's all the other like countless kingdoms in the world.
I mean, I guess that's the thing though. Like, who's doing this? Kobe?
Probably.
Probably. I mean, because I guess that's the question of like, how much of a. I mean, I agree that the whole system is going to be overthrown anyway.
Like I assume like the Reverie is just gonna be like. Well, I guess I was gonna say it's gonna be done for, but probably not actually.
I mean,
I don't
Reverie is
know.
just realistically the system of the world government isn't a bad system. It needs to be overthrown, though, and not controlled. It needs to be. There is no Mary Joie. There should not be a Mary Joie. There should not be.
Yeah.
Why is there a Holy Land? Why is there gods? Why are there any of that? That should
Honestly,
not be
if
a
the
thing.
end of if end of One Piece does somehow result in like the ocean getting drained, that's just gonna overthrow everything anyway.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that there's a lot of different ways for this to be done to where it's not directly like telling you like all my. Like, I guess that's the thing. Like, I'm bracing for the Twitter arguments that people have of like, wah, Oda didn't overthrow every single monarchy, but like probably it's going to be one of any number of variations of the whole world being turned upside down, and then not seeing the resolution of how every country is 10 years later or whatever. I would like an epilogue in the story, probably, maybe.
We're
but
gonna get an epilogue.
well,
friggin'
okay. Okay, hold on, hang on. Big pet peeve of mine is epilogues being odd or not
Yeah, I know.
doing the things I want. So I don't want an epilogue far in the future. I really don't want that. I want an epilogue. That'd be fun. I don't want a long epilogue. But
You don't want a long epilogue.
I don't want a long epilogue, and I don't want a complicated like multi. Not a couple. I don't want a epilogue that spans. Like, not even spans. I don't want an epilogue that goes far in the future from the ending.
I'll be fine with it.
The main worry for me is just the reasons why epilogues scare me, of course, is just like I've said it before, but there's so fucking many instances of loving how so many characters are handled, and then an epilogue changing that last second, and then you just kind of have to accept it and be okay with it. Number one example I always give with this is why the genuine fuck is Mustang not in charge at the end of Mab.
Yeah, but that's not a problem of there being an epilogue. That's a problem of the epilogue doing that.
But that's my point. Every fucking epilogue does that because you don't need to think about the consequences of decisions
The Fruits
you
Basket
make for
epilogue is pretty good.
Yes, it's also like 5 seconds. That's kind of my point. That's where I like epilogues. Whenever it's all the epilogue is just the kids.
It's a whole episode, isn't it?
No, it's just like the conversation of like the kids talking about how like they still go on walks with each other every day and stuff like that or whatever, right? Like that's it. That's where I like epilogues that are short and sweet like that give you a nice feeling to it, but like I don't want to know how the careers of every one of the Soma family members went and what they're doing now and it's really easy to fuck up.
I don't think Oda would fuck it up.
I don't want to risk it. There's just no reason to risk it in my opinion. Like I don't want to. The main thing that I worry about with something like that is like I don't want every Straw Hat's future plans and see what they do with the rest of their lives or whatever or something, because I like the feeling of if they were like story end woohoo big climactic thing. Like I like the feeling of them all being a big thing that I hate a lot of stories doing is the main characters all being together as part of a grand thing. Like I mean, hell, the Straw Hat pirates being all together woohoo yippee. And then the epilogue would kind of have to separate them all and put them all over the world doing a whole bunch of various things. And I don't want that. I want them to stay together and be friends and everything. Woohoo. I don't know.
Mm.
Like, it just kind of necessitates it being like, there's some fun things with it. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's the kind of thing where if you end off, here's the good example for me is even if it would make me more satisfied with how the Straw Hats end up, for example, potentially, it depends on the Straw Hat, because if you have the Straw Hats ride off into the sunset to set sail on another adventure, then I
Mm-hmm.
can just be fully satisfied and like leave it up to my imagination on how things go. But if you tell me what happened with every single Straw Hat, if one of them is unsatisfying, it's less satisfying to me than just riding off to the sunset.
Mm.
Because then I'm unhappy about one Straw Hat when I could not be unhappy with any of them if you just didn't tell me what they were doing.
Mm. I just want to know what they're doing.
That sounds fun, but if any of them are annoying, that's gonna just suck as the last little thing with the series.
Mm.
It's just something, especially because it's an epilogue. It's the very end of it. So like, all I get to do is just infinitely try and suppress that information.
Mm.
I don't remember. I mean, same happened with Assassination Classroom. Couple games I've played. I mean, trying to think of other epilogues. Fruits Basket's fine because you don't have much of an epilogue, but like, it's just, if any character is unsatisfying, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth at the end of a series, and I don't want that.
Mm. Thought you didn't mind sour taste in your mouth after the end of a series.
I mean, I don't whenever I'm going in expecting the series to be like, I mean, I don't ultimately, I'm still happy I experienced it, but I would rather than the Promised Neverland ending just be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough.
I don't remember what it is about. The only reason I'm like, that's the other thing too. The only reason that I'm like happy with some of them too is because I forget how they go.
Mm. I don't even remember
Like
what
at this
other
point,
things have an epilogue.
I mean,
Celeste is a good
things.
epilogue.
Celeste is a good epilogue. It's also, I mean, it's small in scope,
Yeah,
but it's also,
it is
I mean,
far in the future.
that's.
Not that far? I don't know.
Anyway, it's few enough characters to be fine.
Um,
Mm,
Steins
I guess it's a.
Gate has an
Um,
epilogue, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. No, kind of. But
kind
it's
of. Oh, that's also. I mean, it's good, but it's like
yeah.
it's frustrating at the same time.
Well, it's
It's like
frustrating, but then it wraps around for the frustration to kind of pay off.
I
So,
know, but it's still bittersweet. Like, it's
um,
fine. I appreciate that ending. It's good, but it's just like you don't need to make it be like you like it could have just been the implication that they'd fall in love again. You don't need the implication of we haven't talked in a year actually, and I still don't know anything really about you.
mm,
And then you give me an it's just like it's just kind of it's satisfying because they give you a really good ending I really enjoy with that like one episode OVA thing, but like
mm,
the way that that exists is by introducing pain first.
I forget, is the movie's after that, right? So
Yes.
that's the true epilogue.
That gives you more. That's nice. I really like that.
And that's like a whole epilogue, like story.
Yeah. Code Geass is a very brief epilogue, and I like how it works.
Yeah, don't tell me anything about that.
I won't tell you about that. That's fine. Fruits Basket. I mean, I mean, Monsters epilogue is also good, only because it focuses on specifically Tenma.
Mm.
I mean, Kaguya
Mob?
has an epilogue, which is annoying.
Does
Mob
Mob have
doesn't
a?
have.
No, it doesn't.
Mob doesn't have an epilogue. Violet Evergarden has an epilogue, which is reserved and doesn't really show much of anything.
I gotta redo
AOT
Violet
has
at some point.
AOT has kind of AOT's weird because it's part of the extra chapters or whatever the fuck, and it's very controversial. FMAB has an epilogue that's mostly fine, but I hate the Mustang thing.
I also don't like the Edward leaving Winry for a while. So.
Yep.
But wait, was the scene where he confesses his love to her before the epilogue? I think it is, right? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is during the epilogue, and I really like that scene.
It's multiple years. I really like that scene.
That scene's really good.
I wish.
Yeah.
But that scene should have personally ended with her going with him.
Yeah.
That's the annoyance with that one, is because it's been multiple years, and it's also another situation too where like the relationship between them is very implied, and it's very clear that it's going to occur, and then you make it through process of having that scene in the epilogue, you make it be 3 years after the end of the story, no relationship progress has occurred, and it's like, well, that's frustrating. It's very weird though, because like, I mean, maybe I just haven't experienced many great epilogues, but like, I'm looking at the list of all of my like every single one of my favorites on here, which is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 20 things listed on my favorites list. I have 20 series. Every single one of them, there's one. No, there's not even. No, every single one of the epilogues that I like on this, or every single one of these series that has an epilogue that I like, is a very short, reserved, with small amount of characters thing. Every single other epilogue is bittersweet and has something I don't like because it lasts too long.
I don't think it's because it lasts too long. I just think.
Or maybe, again, just weird choice.
Just weird choice,
But that's also my problem with epilogues. The author has to suddenly make a whole bunch of decisions about how the lives of a whole bunch of different characters went, and all of them have to be satisfying, because if any of them aren't, then it's something that you wish you didn't know.
You say suddenly make, but I think Oda has probably had this planned for a billion years.
I'm sure he does, but I would also have said the same about most of these series that are similar. Not
maybe. I think it more with Oda because the whole series theming is around a character living out their dreams and whatnot. So
I agree.
Seeing kind of them reach their like end or whatever, I'm sure he's thought out very well.
It'll probably be fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. The perfect idea in my head for how an epilogue could go in One Piece is better than having no epilogue. But I just don't personally hope he risks it.
I hope he does.
We shall see. I mean, it's the same idea too of like, I mean, there's a million ideas of like parallels that could be cool and all that people like the idea of that I just don't. Like, hey, one cool, funny, wacky, quirky little parallel you can do in an epilogue is give Luffy the same disease Roger had, and then I'm pissed. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy.
I would honestly be happy with that, I think.
I would not.
I do kind of want to see Luffy's death by the end of the story. I want to see his full life.
That'd be fun, but I don't know. Oh my fucking god, Mushoku has an epilogue. God, I fucking despise that one. Holy fuck, I forgot how much that's... Oh my god.
No, actually, you know what would be really funny? If Luffy got the same disease that Roger got and then Chopper cures it.
That'd be fun, don't get me wrong, that'd be good, but oh my god.
Because like if we don't have an epilogue, we need to see Usopp settle down with Kaya. Um, we need to see Chopper become the world's best doctor.
Can I tell you how completely out of context a character like there's can I tell you something about the epilogue of Mushoku that is about is completely non-specific.
Okay.
It's just okay, like in the epilogue, like I don't remember how many years it is later or whatever the fuck, but it's like it's a very long from when the series properly ends before the epilogue where it's like I don't know, characters in the main story are like in their like 70s or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not joking when I say thank God it's in the web novel version, so maybe they made it better in the light novel. I have no idea. I will not say anything specific about any character, but a character, like not, I'm not gonna say if it's a main character or just a like kind of main character, but just one of the like 20 or so whatever fairly important characters in that series. At the end of that series in the epilogue, somebody asks where, like literally just in that epilogue, somebody asks where that character went. And then somebody else replied, "Don't you remember, like, 6 months ago, whenever they, like, got up for the day and went on their, like, morning jog, and then came back to the house or whatever, and laid down on the couch and had died from a heart attack, and no one noticed for multiple days?"
What?
Don't you remember that? I know, it's so
What?
fucking bad. I'm
What?
not joking. Yeah. Okay, maybe it wasn't days, maybe it was like hours, but like still, it's just like,
Oh
don't you
my
remember when
God.
nobody noticed? Like, what are you talking about? That
What
is
do you
the most
mean?
baffling fucking decision I have ever seen. And it's a main, like, important enough character for that to be stupid as fuck. Like, I don't remember what the deal was, but like, no, I don't think it was a couch. I think they were back in bed or something, and people just thought they were tired. So I think I was remembering it was days. Yeah, it was days, because I think they were just thinking, oh, they must be tired or some shit. They explained it a bit more, but it's like, why would you do that? It's the most exposition-y shit too. Don't you remember? Oh yeah, don't you remember that character that had a heart attack and died after their morning run? Why would you do that?
Okay, I mean, I guess when you're all like friggin' old age and dying out, I guess
No,
it's
I
not.
get it, but it's just like, why? Like, it's completely unnecessary because you don't hear what happens to half the main characters either. There's some characters that just aren't there with no resolution. That's it. It's fine. Okay,
Alright, well
whatever.
then, yeah, that's.
Why?
If it was
This
like
is
all
it's
of them were dying, like slowly, I could see that being kind
no.
of good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just. It's just baffling to me that and that's mainly where I'm coming from with epilogue problems. It just feels like sometimes they have unnecessary information for the sake of capping off a character, but if that cap off isn't perfect, it's just annoying. And then sometimes they make baffling decisions like that. I hope they fixed that in the light novel. Not that I care that much, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. In
Yeah,
2028.
sorry to. I needed to share that with somebody because it is so crazy to actually just like exposition that. Don't you remember? Don't you remember that's what happened in that character? It's like people loved this character. People like actively. This is a character that people enjoy and some people had as like one of their potential favorite side character, whatever the fuck, you know? Like this is a character that matters, that isn't just like a random throwaway that somebody can very much have as their favorite character in the story. And that's what you do to them? Oh my god.
I can't even think of what other series I like right now. I feel like there's just something obvious that I'm not thinking.
Planescape Mab. I mean, let me check your favorites list. I'm curious.
Yeah, you do that.
Do you have like a favorites list? Oh, you have this. Okay. Assassination Classroom. We talked about a little bit.
Yeah, I remember you didn't like it, and I did.
I don't remember off the top of my head why. I think I just remembered there
I think you
being like
didn't
some.
like the fact that we see Nagisa starting as a teacher, and he's starting with a bunch of ruffians, and he's kind of like being bullied at first, but then he like stands up for himself, and then he's like, I'm gonna freaking whip these youngins into shape.
That one, I think that one's grown on me more over time. That's fine. I think the thing that I don't remember what it was. I remember there being like a little bit of weird choices of what people did.
Yeah, I don't remember what anyone else did besides him.
Sure. I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. But
I don't remember what the deal with Karma was at all.
I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did. Yeah, I don't remember it. I want him to be like friends at least with Karma still, but I don't remember. I really need to actually rewatch that show.
Fair. My Hero has an epilogue.
How is it?
It's weird. Is
it at least okay for how much he butchered the series by that point?
Oh, I mean, okay, it's weird. He has two epilogues. The first one is. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I remember. The first one is one of the worst chapters of anything I have ever read. The second one is the ending we actually deserved as much as possible to save the dog shit that was the chapter right before it. And that's good because, I mean, that one mainly focused more just on like character relationships between each other rather than the decisions that he made in the previous chapter, but that was why. Oh, speaking of, you notice the hell, you remember the Chernobyl exclusion zone right above us? I believe, is that from Gold and me arguing, or is that from Slothamir? I think it's from Sloth. That argument, I don't know if that argument was right after that chapter came out, or the bad one came out.
He was defending it?
He was defending it, and I used One Piece as an example at one point, and he was defending that chapter, and then also in the same sentence after I had brought up One Piece, talking about how at least it's better than One Piece. So he was defending one of the worst things I've ever read by also putting One Piece down, saying it's worse than it because of how much he doesn't like One Piece. And it's like, okay, we're talking for a bit. I want to. It's not a big problem, but like I wanted to come to an understanding with like why I don't need to change his mind. I can't change his mind. He has way too much fucking confidence in his opinions. But that's fine. He has the fucking, he knows what chapter every quote he's pulling from comes, and it's like, what the fuck? How?
Hasn't he not done One Piece?
And he like stopped after a certain, I don't remember exactly. He didn't. It's also weird because like he knows so much about it, but at the same time knows so like I wasn't. It was weird. I wasn't trying to like fully discredit his opinion on things or anything, but like there was a weird point where like he was talking about very specific nuances of like individual quotes and decisions that like Luffy made in certain arcs and whatever, while also not remembering what occurred in Water 7. So I don't know.
It's a big series.
It is a big series. It's fine. It's just like I don't know. It is an odd. That was a meaty conversation, but it's fine. I just really conceptually hate most of the ideas in that My Hero chapter. Some of it's fine. It's also just frustrating partly because there's like a lot of it is kind of just parallels for the sake of it. And I don't know, you'll eventually see. It's not, I don't know. I don't like it, but I am very glad that the other chapter, I mean, because clearly the problem was he was like needing to finish his series and he was needing to come up with it. And there were some genuinely really nice chapters in that last section of the story, like the last like 15 chapters or so, last 10 chapters rather. Like there was some really good stuff in some of those chapters. It depends on the chapter. But it just kind of culminated in a not fun sour note, and then after, I don't remember exactly how long it was, but like months later or something, he came out with like the epilogue last chapter, and that one I really liked. But it's kind of interesting because he simultaneously did both epilogue things I was talking about at the same time. Like the one that I don't like is him going way out of his way to like directly soil everything that he had built up to that point by giving way too much information about what occurred with characters after the fact. And then the other one after that was really reserved in scope and really just focused on a couple of character interactions, which were really nice. So, I mean, it's not, I will say, it's not a general rule. Every epilogue doesn't have to do this. It's okay to not. But generally speaking, I have noticed from every epilogue I've experienced that I think the best way of going about it is just not having it be massive in scope. Because the more you do in your epilogue, the more you're opening it up to being like. And the other thing too, I would say is I hope more people just make them simpler. Like you don't need. Like I mean,
Yeah,
I've
I mean,
kind of
I
explained
do
this
agree
one
with
before.
that. Like, you don't need to like leave like the Mustang thing. Like, it doesn't need to have like a story that he continues to go on, bro.
Exactly. Like it's the end of the story. You're done. You don't need to continue that. Like I'm sure I've brought up that I know I have brought it up before, but do you remember the fucking Uncharted thing I told you before
Oh,
about epilogue?
absolutely not. Maybe
Um,
you might remind me, but
yeah,
I don't even know what
yeah,
Uncharted is.
it's just like a exploring kind of. It's not like Indiana Jones kind of whatever. It's just I don't know. It was like
I think I remember you telling me, but I don't remember any of the contents.
okay, it was just like treasure hunter that was like having to like that's the way that the whole series works in general is like treasure hunter trying to like fight bad guys and stuff while trying to find the lost city of gold or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Okay, so
Stuff like
Indiana
that.
Jones. Yeah.
So Indiana Jones, congratulations. But it's just, I mean, game series, woohoo, that's it. But the thing with that was they ended the game, woohoo, and there's like one of the characters in that game is a really great old guy, really like him. And then there was like him, main guy, love interest, woohoo, and then you've got the epilogue is the daughter of the two, who's like 20 years old, so it's like 20 years later or whatever, and it's literally just like the daughter going through their house and like remembering all of the like memories throughout her whole life and like reminiscing on her dad's career and everything. And it was just frustrating because that epilogue was um she like reliving the glory days of stuff about how the dad got all popular and famous and all this other stuff from having found this incredible treasure that was thought to be lost and everything, and then detailing more over about how like he got caught up in like an embezzlement scandal or something like that, and then like lost all of his notoriety and like got discredited in all the papers and everything, and like they lost a lot from stuff like that. And then but then it cuts at the end of that to like how, and then also the old guy died and like talking about his funeral and stuff like that, and like that's bittersweet. That one's more fine, whatever. And then it was just like, but then it's like, oh, but we're still happy and we're still going. And then you're go out to like they're like living like not like in Venice or something like that, but like something where they're like on a ocean or lake or whatever, and they're like hopping in the boat to like go out to just go on a boat ride or something, and that's it. And it's just like it's just frustrating because the whole it's just like, yay, Indiana Jones found the big cool treasure and got rich and famous and everything and made like one of the biggest discoveries ever, and then he got caught up in an embezzlement scheme and ruined his entire reputation and everything.
I mean, that's
but
pretty
like,
awful.
Why would you do this? What is the point? What is the
I-
point? There is literally no point.
I do not remember you telling me that now.
I don't remember exactly what the deal is. It's just like, it's been so long that I don't remember what it is at all. I remember doing that in like high school, but like still, there is no point to something like that.
I agree.
Good luck, by the way.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to put a lot of spoiler warnings on this video. I'm just gonna have to put like all media ever. Freaking, was it Uncharted?
Uncharted?
Piece of media I've never interacted with in my life, bro.
So true. Can't wait for like everything I'm saying to be like completely discredited and cross-analyzed.
Everyone in the comments being like, no, I love epilogues! This series is a really good one.
Do you need to, okay, unironically, do you like, this has just been such an all over the place conversation. Do you need to put audio in a video like this?
I don't need to.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, unless you really don't want me to, but I
I don't
prefer
really
to.
care.
Yeah.
This is all assuming.
Yeah. So assuming that I can keep this up for another 75.
Is that still the world record?
I haven't actually checked in like a day or two.
I'll check for you. Yeah, 5 days ago.
Yeah. I honestly don't know why anyone else would be going for world record for this because, oh my god, it takes so long. And this is just something I do passively when I'm listening to ReZero. I almost got it earlier today, and you responded to it, yeah.
Somebody's saying 1750 is still incredibly impressive, but would be unbelievable if it was Flea Juggle. That minigame took me more time than Grohl the Great.
Yeah.
And playing Grohl the Great is hard.
He is.
It's right there. Okay, it's the run back, and I know
Yeah,
it's the run back, and it's the enemies beforehand and stuff like that. But like the actual boss itself in Godhome, I feel like people are going to like.
Yeah, no, he's
I feel like people are going to be like, "Oh God, Grohl the Great, this is gonna be miserable," and then they fight Grohl the Great, and they're like, "Wait, that's it." You could intentionally end on 51.
I was thinking about that, but
I would just go as long as you can.
Yeah. See, like whoever else out there has been grinding away, they need like a higher goalpost than that, you know. There we go. World record.
There you go. GG.
Yeah. I'm gonna go as long as I can, but I'm hoping for 2,000. That'd be a nice benchmark.
Oh my god. I was worried for a second for you, but then apparently, Jesus Christ, 3 days ago, did you hear about the Flea Dodge world record?
Yeah, it's like 2,000 something, right? It's by the same guy, right?
I think so.
freaking I'm not that's not happening. I'm so bad at Flea dodge. Oh my god.
The other thing too with Flea dodge is they
I know they like just
they don't
pogo at the top of the screen.
they also they
Uh-oh.
pause
Alright.
in certain instances,
They pause?
apparently. Just to like
Like as a strategy?
uh-huh.
To like analyze
They
the
said
screen?
I would imagine, yeah. It says they're wondering in the comments of like they don't know if it should be legal or illegal for records in minigames.
See, that's weird because if you like, if you put a restriction on pausing, it takes an hour.
Yeah, somebody in the comments was saying pauses at most should be contentious for speed runs, but not for a brutal challenge that will actively wear on your hands.
Yeah.
Like, it would matter for time loss potentially, but it shouldn't be like some challenge run that the impressiveness is getting as far as you possibly can by whatever means. It's not like cheating means, but like pausing the game isn't cheating. That's just
No.
So realistically, there you go. Like that's fine.
Even then,
I'm gonna
for speedruns, I mean, that just slows you down. So. Or I guess unless it's like in-game counter, which there is no in-game counter. I guess you could make one split time or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say this guy seems like he's I'm looking at the rest of this, but like oh my god, over the last week he's improved his score 8 days ago to 3 days ago, has improved his Flea dodge score from 339 to 2305. It's a bit of an increase. That's almost 2,000.
Yeah.
Brother.
I literally couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like,
I was gonna say that is over the course of 5 days you go from 339 to like, oh my god, that's insane.
I feel like he's gonna, if he sees this, he's gonna freaking feel motivated to beat it because he's clearly has a lot of time at his hands to put into Flea games.
I don't care at all, by the way. It's fine, but the same, the thing, I don't care about the like sound being on, whatever. But the only thing with this is like, genuinely might be viewed by a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you understand how much people are going to watch this video.
That's all right.
You get okay, Croissant. The Flea bounce record has 45,000 views.
All right, so are you cool with the audio being in this video? Because I am.
I would. I want to hear it again. I mean, either way, the conversation we're having right now is a funny one to have.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care. It's mainly just about epilogues, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mainly just about epilogues and just it's just about epilogues.
I can't wait for so many people in the comments or something, if it's left on, to just be like, actually the epilogue of this is completely not what you're saying it is. Like, it has been so many years since I read the web novel of Mushoku. I am sure I'm misremembering.
Yeah.
Not to mention, can't wait for you to not be able to read the comments because the things I'm talking about are also just going to be like, I am gaslighting you about one thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So can't wait for you to get spilled on that one thing via looking at the comments. So I guess that is the only question. Do you care about? I mean, if you're happy to have the audio on, that's fine. But like, if you don't. If you want to be able to read the comments on the video, for example, right? Like, I guess that's my thing. If there's any reason that you care about having the audio on, that's fine. But if you don't care one way or the other, I feel like it would just be a better idea for you to not. Because then you'd be able to read the comments, and the comments wouldn't be about the conversation. It would just be about the thing itself. Unless you want an epilogue-filled conversation.
It would be kind of interesting, but
it would be funny. I guess if it were me, you do what you want. Doesn't matter. If it were me, I would mute it just because I would want the achievement to stand on its own.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about the achievement standing on its own. I don't mind sparking some conversation and then very carefully reading the comments.
Either way, I do not to put down your possible stardom, but I do think that your video probably won't get the same level of attention as the other one potentially, just because like that's been the record for a long period of time. Not that yours wouldn't be the record for a long period of time, but I think that was the one that everybody was sharing around, being like, "Oh my God, look how high they got this score!" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think the novelty is something.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Oh yeah, it would have been really
If you don't,
unsatisfying if I.
yeah, I was gonna say you were at 1999, and you gotta get to at least current year.
Current year, I can do that.
I mean, go as long as you
2037.
can. I mean, Carson, would you like if you would like motivation to continue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever year you end on is the year the world ends.
All right.
Don't throw the rock. Please don't throw the rock.
We got 4 years left, boys.
No.
All right. Well, as long as it goes outside of my natural lifespan,
Exactly.
then I
We
don't care.
Exactly. I mean, at this point, absolutely just go as far as you can, because you're already. Well, I mean,
Yeah, but yeah. Of course, you would want me to go as far as I can,
why would I? What?
so you can save your life.
I mean, yeah. I mean, either way, I mean, in terms of funny number on scoreboard in video game, you are currently 413 above the world record
Yeah.
with relative ease. Can I start like spamming your Discord DMs?
Don't do that. Well, you wouldn't even be able to do that. I have the extension that makes it so I only get one ping
Oh, right.
per spam. Can you check whoever
Ooh,
the heck just pinged me in Silksong spoilers and what they said?
Oh, sure.
I glanced away to look at my right monitor to see what channel it was.
There's just Moss asking if you know if anyone has modded the game so they can inventory midair without pausing. Because they're curious if it procs inventory dropping.
I do not know that. You can answer. You can say that to Moss. I guess I could ask Pellicor and then respond, but you know, whatever.
He does not know. Allegedly, a number of familiar Hollow Knight glitches have been left in Silksong, and the AG run is, I don't know what that is down
All
to 10
glitches.
minutes. Okay.
What? Down to 10 minutes?
Apparently.
Did they bring Crystal Peaks in?
I mean, is it Hollow Knight, or I'm assuming... Are we talking about Hollow Knight or Silksong here? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Silksong. Did they freaking grab Crystal Peaks, the area, and spawn it on top of Grandmother Silk?
What are you talking about?
You know, have you not watched an All Glitches run of Hollow Knight?
No, I have not.
They bring the entire area of Crystal Peak and spawn it on top of the Hollow Knight and use the spikes to kill him. I'm not joking.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Yeah, Hollow Knight's a very well made game.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I think they like largely recoded it after launch. They got like I think that's when Jack Fine came in. I might be talking out of my ass. Correct me in the comments.
Gotta say, Croissant, I think the idea of having an H cult leaderboard for all the Silksong games was
Yeah.
was a really good idea.
Uh-huh.
And then you came along and killed it.
Well, no, there's the other two.
There sure are.
I don't even have the server record in the other games. Yeah, nothing says friendly
nothing says
competition.
friendly competition between friends like getting the world record in a competition category. Like this is bringing all of your friends to the park to have a friendly like race to see who's the fastest runner, and
You got
Usain
Bolt,
Bolt is part
yeah.
of the friend group. Like, I mean, realistically, that's just the fun of that is how many times can he lap you?
Yeah, what's the second highest score?
Low. Check Silksong spoilers,
I think it's in the 200s or 300s.
Flea bounce?
Yeah, Flea bounce.
Kyle 363.
Hmm.
I remember when he was talking about wanting to like beat the score. Wahoo! And it was such a big deal that like, oh my God, Kyle's score got beaten by like almost 100. No way. That's a big deal. I'm starting to realize that is a big deal for like normal people.
Yeah, no, it was a huge deal when it first happened.
Yeah, of course.
When I first saw these, I was like, this is super cool. I don't want to do it for very long. I just want to have a little bit of casual fun with it and then be done. I'm sure there's going to be like a bunch of people who no life this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that was you.
And then we got the leaderboard, and then I spent like a day on it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I got the scores I wanted. And then I started listening to ReZero.
I was gonna say, like, shout out to the ReZero light novel for this.
Shout out to Ghost Reader.
Who cares about getting 2,000? How about getting 2222? And then how about getting?
True. If I get 22222.
No. I mean, like, genuinely, if you were to, I mean, think about how long this has taken. Like, I'll see you in like 36 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, something like this is just how much time you got to dedicate, and it's not really interesting. It's interesting, but you get what I mean. I don't know. Either way, the fucking... It's clearly not that insanely, ridiculously, like, taxing on your mental if you're able to casually talk to me this whole time.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah. I mean, I casually talk while I'm playing most games, but this is super not taxing on my mental. I mean, I'm able to pay attention. I cried twice earlier today to ReZero while doing this. Yeah. I was pretty close to world record as well.
Bro.
Like, he was, like, jumping off the cliff as I was, like, 100 away. And I was like, this is really bad timing. But, I mean, I didn't mind. Yeah, it did get me.
I mean, hey, at least one positive about this is you can keep going for it, of course, if you want to. But, like, I mean, this was your goal, though, right? Are you Are you doing this more? I guess might as well.
Might as well, because I guess I'll try fucking Flea dodge, but that one's
I mean, yeah, if you want something else to do, sure.
Yeah, I mean, I need something to do with my hands, otherwise I will just get very distracted because I don't have ADHD. It's a made-up concept.
I guess that would be personally my thing is the only thought about if it's taking you out of a moment a little bit because of being close to record or something like that.
I get taken out of moments just by my own brain very easily. Like, I'm never completely 100% focused on anything because I don't have ADHD. Like, I will just get like a random thought and I will be thinking about something else for like a few seconds and I'll be like, oh, I'm not paying attention. Rewind.
I mean, yeah, I mean, realistically, as long as you are I mean, I guess this run is a good thing to exist, right? Like, as long as,
Yeah.
even if you continue this, for example, like, maybe there's a world where... Actually, I think that this is probably... Either way, this run existing is a load-off, right? Because, I mean, there's no concept of caring about record anymore. You have
Right.
record, so the
Yeah.
only... There's no stress anymore. It's just, can you
Yeah.
beat your own score? And if you do, then cool. If not, it's still your own score.
Yeah, ReZero's really good.
Hell yeah. Like I said, I am looking forward to getting
You gotta
into
get
it
to Arc
again
2.
because I don't... I know I do, I know. I just... It's a weird feeling right now because I'm not in it to the point where it has been... It's been so long since I've been in it that I'm like, I have no frame of reference, and even like I tried to listen to some of the songs that I really care about, but I realized it's doing that out of context is the same feeling as what I did years ago, which was pull up one of my favorite chapters of Arc 6 and just read it out of context for no reason, and like that did not even feel remotely equivalent to when I first read it, because of course it wouldn't, because it's very context based, and I just read it out of context. Like, that was one of the stupidest things I have done with that. Like, me when I take like the middle chapter, or like one of the middle chapters of one of my favorite arcs of one of my favorite stories, of my favorite story, read it, and then go, man, this isn't as good as I remember it. I wonder why. Because it's so stupid. Of course it's not going to be as good as I remember it when it's in the middle of, like, important context. I don't remember most of that arc in terms
Right.
of...
Yeah.
Okay, I have encyclopedic knowledge of this story similarly to how I do with
One Piece.
One Piece, but I mean, it's a lot less than... Realistically, it's weird because I've gone back to a lot of concepts in Arc 7 because Arc 7 and 8 are Part 1 and Part 2 of the same thing, so Arc 7 and Arc 8 are talked about a lot while we were in it. And I mean, hell, I've never talked about the series out of it, because that's a weird thought. I've literally never even comprehended talking about the series overall outside of Arc 7 and 8, because that was the entire time I was caught up. And I'm not right now. But I mean... Might as well go for 3,000, considering you're halfway there now.
If this,
But I mean,
genuinely, if this gets to a point where like I'm just like so locked in, when do I stop?
keep going. Like, I think
Yeah, you're right.
genuinely, like,
Nah, you're
we can
right.
just keep talking.
That's too much confidence.
You...
That's too much confidence in my ability.
Either way, like, that was the thing with the other guy. They stopped intentionally at 1750. Potentially. Or it seemed like it.
It seemed like it, yeah.
Just keep going. Like, you and I are gonna keep talking, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and everything we say is gonna land on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk politics.
Don't do that. Fuck, what was I saying, though? Oh, yeah, no, it's a weird thought that literally the entire time that I was caught up to that series, it was just 7 and 8. But that is actually the interesting thought, though. 5, I'm very much, like, I remember the deal, because I remembered 1 through 4 a good fucking amount because of how much I've watched it and thought about it and talked about it. 5 was fairly recent because of Season 3 stuff, so, like, I mean, there's a good amount of things that I was... Like, I literally, like, went back and read 1 chapter, for example. Or no, I didn't read it, actually. I just had Ian read it. I intentionally didn't read it, because I want to read it whenever I read it. With everything else. But I thought a decent amount about 5 because of seeing... I mean, Season 3 and everything, right? So that is actually an interesting. It's an interesting point where 6 is somehow surprisingly the part that I have now thought about and interacted with the least.
Mm.
So I am very excited to go back and see if it still holds up.
Hmm. I know you said you didn't want to read the side stories during Volume 2, but
I'm down to. That's fine.
Oh, okay, good. I recommend you. There's one I really recommend, and then the other ones I just wouldn't read them between 2 and 3 at the minimum because you're kind of just in like that is like an emotional moment for him. You know when
Sure.
Volume 2 ends, right?
I do not.
It's when he jumps off the cliff.
Oh, okay.
So him waking up immediately after and freaking out, it's just I wouldn't want to ruin that by like 10 side stories, just completely breaking the pacing. That it all happened like before that point. Because every
I guess
single
I wonder how
Arc
does
2
Volume
side
6 end,
story,
by the way?
it is he makes the plan with Krush.
Okay, that's a better point because I was
Right,
gonna say
yeah.
if it ended immediately after the conversation with Rem
With
on the
Rem,
rooftop,
yeah,
for
no.
example, like that would fucking suck, and I would not want to go from there.
Actually, I'm not. I'm not 100% sure on that now that I think about it. I think I'm
Because
right.
okay, even if it does end like that,
That's not the worst spot to end
that's
because even
more
then it
fine.
immediately just
Because
hops
even
into him
then,
talking
yeah,
to Krush.
that's
Um,
fine. It's I know it does do that. The main thing for me that I really appreciate about that though is it's still a like that is the start of like I mean hell like that's the point. It's the start of the loop. Wahoo! It's the main like that's the
right.
but that's still I like the feeling of momentum caused from that. So I guess
Mm,
you can stop there, but it's the kind of thing where personally, like we've talked about it before, it's fine. But personally, I would have wanted to do like I'll do what you do, I don't really care.
mm,
But I would have chosen to do it before Arc 3 potentially, just because of the. I mean, you and I both have already experienced these characters being introduced, so it doesn't really
mm.
matter where you do it. So I just don't. I would just want to not break pace as much as possible, but as long as it doesn't really matter, it's fine.
I'm chill. I like to get a character's introduction and then their backstory. I know I already know Wilhelm, but I'm not very. I have a terrible memory.
The other thing with that too is you can't. The only other thing, if that's your mentality, I don't know if you want to change that now or later.
Hmm.
You cannot do that for most EXs, for example.
Well, I'm sure wherever they're placed. I mean, is like how it's intended to be on the
Well, that's the
list.
thing is, well, I mean that list is a fan one. Is the thing. That's
That
my
is a
point.
fan one, but
Something like
I
I
think,
know, like you just
yeah.
said the whole thing with like wanting to see the introduction of a character like Wilhelm, for example.
Hmm.
There's a lot of character introductions in EX novels, for example. So I don't really know what you want to do with that. Or I mean, just side stories in general. So I don't really know what you want to do
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean, you're supposed to get Wilhelm before you like Wilhelm came out before the EX novels, right?
Uh,
Like I really doubt he wrote Trilogy before he wrote Arc 3.
I mean, sure, maybe. I mean, if we're going off of release order, then there's a lot of things that are different than that
Yeah,
order.
that is true, but I don't know. I'm trusting the lists
Like
mostly.
EX5 for example is that EX5 is Arc 7 and 8 related, but was written during Arc 7,
Hmm.
but it's intended before. So I don't know what you want to do with that, for example.
Wait, sorry, say that again.
EX5, I believe, was written during Arc 7, but is intended before.
Like intended to read before?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'll read it before then.
That's what I mean. Like I'm not pressuring you to change your order for Arc 3. I'm good with that one. I don't know what your rule is because you're going to have to bend these rules if they're hard rules.
They're not really that hard. They're just I'm trusting that list for that. I like the idea of Wilhelm getting introduced to Wilhelm and then getting because he's an old man, getting and then you get his and then you learn more about him and his backstory.
I guess that's a fair point. You could kind of just treat it like a One Piece backstory.
Right, that's what I'm thinking of as yeah. Yeah, it was 277. A couple of seconds ago, I got 1,000 more in the world record.
I was thinking about it. But yeah, that's a good point. See, now your goal is to double the world record.
Ooh.
500.
Is it 3,500?
I realize you're able to be very locked in on conversations while doing this, but asking you to do math. Is probably sabotage.
See, the thing is, I haven't done math. Like that's fucking simple as math, but oh my god, I'm so rusty on math.
All right, Chris, what's 18 plus 25?
43.
All right. Wait.
Yeah.
I was thinking about different versions of that question in my head, and I for some reason thought I asked you what 18 plus 15 was.
That's the same thing, but 10 less.
This is true.
What was it before? 42? 43? 30, 33. 33. I can
They made an expedition out of that one.
They did. I should like play that.
I want to. I've heard that the music is like equivalent to like near music, so I'm very interested in that. I need to do that. Not to mention it's like supposedly the only real Game of the Year contender compared to Silksong.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it would be kind of nice to be part of the whole experience of having done both of them by the end of the year, but I don't care enough to do that right now because I have a much better story.
Unironically, this is a really weird feeling. You are currently more passionate about ReZero than I am. That is not a sentence I could say ever.
Technically, you could have said it last year as well.
Yeah, but that was also like at the time that I was like my mindset about it was being warped a bit through conversations about it that I was having on the server, and then I stopped. Oh. No, it's over.
I like how my brain is rounding that to 3,000 when that's like 10 minutes away.
Not to mention also like your active goal.
Yeah. Cause like yeah, I can round that to like 2,900, but then another 100 is.
Well, now it's 99. Now it's 98.
Yeah, you should count down the whole time.
What are the 12 days of Christmas for Flea? What are the 12 days of Flea bounce?
What? What does that mean?
You know, like.
I know the 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, you're counting down every one of them, so it's like 12 fleas a fleeing. This is terrible. This is
Where does it go after that?
I don't know.
Is it just every single object in the Flea caravan?
I mean, like, it would be like other Silksong characters or something, I guess.
Yeah, that wouldn't just be the Fleas anymore now, would it? I guess it would still be Flea what did you call it? Fleeing? Is that supposed to be Christmas?
I don't know. I said 12 fleas a fleeing. Like they're
Oh,
fleeing.
they are fleeing. Yeah, I see, I
No,
see.
they're fleas, but they're flee. They could flee.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that. You hit them and then they leave.
Mm. Do you
How
think?
many of them do you think have concussions?
None. They have helmets.
Tell that to every football player. I'm starting to realize. Initially, I was thinking, oh, I mean, video audio can be like. Oh, it's gonna be like everything we're saying is gonna be scrutinized. Everything we're saying is going to be scrutinized by the people that watch the like hour and a half
Yeah.
video. Never mind, I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. All of the one person that will sit there.
A. I feel like the Earth is safe.
What?
I mean, earlier, the Earth will explode.
Uh,
I feel like the Earth is safe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, 3,000.
I feel like we'll somehow, some way.
We can still survive to this age. Wait, no, we can't. Never mind. I was.
Bro.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I was thinking of 30 or 2100.
Okay, literally 1,000 years past current year.
Mhm.
Yippee.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, at this point you gotta double his score and just say, hey, I doubled your score. Okay, if anyone gets this far in the video, I want to know how many times the word has been said so far.
If anyone makes it this far in the video, what's wrong with you?
So true. Hey, Hunt, you should look at the world record going on.
Hey, hon. Yeah, I've been here a while.
We've just been like casually talking.
How do you do this?
Well,
How do you react like this?
Well, you see, I jump and then I fade down cloak, and then I drifter's cloak, and then I pogo.
And then Krat shows up sometimes.
How long have you been here?
Like an hour at least.
Holy
I think maybe.
Does you like replay? Are you recording?
I am recording. I just turned my head to make
Okay.
sure.
Are you recording or are you doing like?
Yeah, I'm
metal?
recording.
Okay.
His fucking clip feature wouldn't record the whole thing.
I started using metal, and then I realized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you realize, wait a minute, that's not long enough, is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, call line.
Yeah.
If he makes any mistake, it's fine because call line, and then also.
So what's the Beast Crest attempts?
What
Never,
Beast Crest world record? Yeah, fuck that.
He's
Yeah.
saying when yeah.
Honestly, bro, it's actually kind of fun doing this with Beast Crest.
I do agree.
With it.
Yeah, I mean we both did earlier today.
I mean, Hunter's Crest was fun too. Unironically, it was just.
Beast Crest is really wide, so like as long as you get
Yeah,
like the lineups right, it's like really
Beast Crest
good.
has a massive hitbox. The pogo's not as bad as you think it is. It is just.
No, I know it's
the
not.
wind up.
Realistically,
As long as you
I
get used
knew
to
it
it.
wasn't. I knew it wasn't that bad whenever I started using it. It was more just like, it's something to get used to rather than it actually being bad. And I just didn't
think you
really
have to get
want.
used to all of them, except that one more so than the others. I for sure.
Oh, did my PC crash? Give me a sec. I'm calling back.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but somebody challenged me to beat Seth's score with Architect, and that was kind of painful, but I did it. And then the same person just said to Hunt, oh yeah, we'll go do beat Seth's score with Beast Crest, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it too.
Have you done a Hunter?
I have not, but I imagine it's easier than Architect.
I was gonna say architect. Yeah, it's just the same as architect, but without like
The slowness.
yeah, exactly. Architect seems really cool, but
Dude, the shell
it seems
shard
more like
economy is not good enough for architect.
yeah. I mean, this is also assuming you use tools. Either
Yeah.
way, I mean, of course, but you would want to. But at the same time, I would say you could do. They do need to very much fix the shell shard economy. I think that the shell shard economy, or the idea of shell shards, is
I
honestly
think
fine.
the frickin' thing that magnetizes rosaries to you should magnetize shell shards. It is
I agree about that.
it's so dumb that there's nothing to magnetize shell shards to you. There specifically is the thing that makes it so that the claw line teleports shell shards to you, but like why? That's very niche.
hmm Either way, I think that the rather than like we're gonna go buff every single instance of shell shards across the game or anything like that, just cut the costs of the
Yeah.
tools in half.
And Plasmium File and Flea Brew should not take shell shards. Thank you.
Yep, those
I-
should not take shell shards. Cut the rest of the costs in half. Honestly, I would also say well, okay, it's a little weird. I would say that you should be able to condense the. I guess it
Silk
doesn't
Shot
really
as
matter.
well. I think Silk Shot might not act. I know one of them that I thought shouldn't actually doesn't. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
Rosary Cannon.
My
It might be
one
Rosary
thought I
Cannon
had-
actually.
Oh, maybe. One thought I had at one point was the shell bundle or the bundles, but shard
Mhm.
bundles. I think one thing that would really help the system would be and like stop the grinding and everything on bosses and whatever. It would be is instead of needing to buy them with rosaries, just like do the same thing that rosary strings do and have it cost shell shards, but like add a little bit of a interest or whatever. But you can like condense them in the same way that you can condense rosaries into rosary strings and whatnot. You're losing some, but you're able to condense them, which means that if you are at a certain, because I am so, I know I am so often at the max, but
I think you
I
might
feel
not.
like a lot of,
Oh, because you can go to the max. I completely forgot
I'm
about
saying a
that.
lot of people probably are at the max in some situations, and then they're not able to get anything out of
Honestly,
it.
there
I
just
feel like
shouldn't be a max on shell shards. I'm like, for what purpose?
I mean, there's a couple. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if this is all working in the confines of the system, because I mean, you can also say for what purpose to the system in the first place, right? Because everything already has a limit, so there's no.
No, I get the purpose of the reason for shell shards in the first place. At least a little bit. It's at least they need an alternative to rosaries, because otherwise killing enemies would be completely unrewarding.
I agree with that.
And I
But-
don't think this is the best system, but I think it's a decent system. But I don't see why there
I
would
do
be a
like
cap.
I like the narrative. I like the
Right.
narrative for it too, and I also, I mean, generally speaking, if you casually use tools for fun,
Hmm.
like, I mean, I haven't scoured all of it, but like, I feels like most of the time, like, I've been watching Nate's videos a decent amount. I don't know if he's ever ran out.
I ran out a lot.
It depends on how much you use them, is the thing. Because if you use them too
I've
much, you're going
I've
to run
heard a
out.
lot of people have had this issue where they would run out, not use shell shards until they hit max again, and then they're like, oh, at max, time to start using tools again, and then rinse and repeat because it's just kind of a mindset of, oh, I want to save up shell shards, and then you just don't use them, and then you are able to use them, and then use them all up, and it's
Yeah.
just once you get to Act 3, and you can buy a ton of shell shards because you have a ton of rosaries, it's mostly
Problem's
fine. But
gone.
I also only got a ton of rosaries because I farmed money because I didn't know what else to do. So I don't know. I just don't see a purpose
Unironically.
for there being a cap. Like,
I mean, sure, yeah. Cap is weird, and then I mean, yeah. So you don't need to do the shell shard or shell bundle thing. I feel like, I mean, you would remove the shell bundle from shops in that case if that was a thing.
no, I
Probably.
wouldn't say that because
I mean, I guess. Oh, yeah, I guess you could buy
you
them
need
for
a way. You
rosaries,
just
sure.
Right, yeah, because you
You
just
need a way
need
to convert rosaries into them, even if nobody uses it until Act 3, so that's
Right.
fair.
Because once you're in Act 3, you should,
How
You should
far
be-
do you plan on going?
I don't know, until I lose.
Can you do this? Can't.
I mean, that's the thing,
Probably.
right? Like, he was using claw line a second ago. Like, I don't remember exactly, but you were using it like.
I did have a little bit of a scary thing a while ago,
I
yeah.
mean, I think it'd just be until you need to take a shit or something.
I guess so.
What-
I mean,
sorry, what'd you say?
unironically, he just said like until you have to use the bathroom or whatever the fuck. Like, you don't.
Oh,
have any...
I mean, I can pause.
I mean, yeah. That's a fair point. Either way, I mean, I've been watching you do this, and like the worst scare in the last like 1,000 was like kind of recent,
Yeah.
and like even that was like
Blech.
nothing. You were still like,
Yeah.
you were at the height that you were just at, basically.
Yeah. No one's watching this, by the way.
No one's watching this at all.
We don't have to be worried about anything. I really
If anyone
You
watches
just
this
other guys
far,
get more points.
if anyone watches this far, count how many words have used the letter E.
What'd you say, Hunt?
Do those silver guys give more
No.
points? Oh.
Silver guys.
The silver helmet guy.
He's talking about Krat.
Correct. Oh.
Yeah, craft.
For some reason I thought he gave 3 points when I started doing this, but that's just not true. Don't know why I thought that.
Bro. You know what's funny with scores like this? You just got fucking sets. He's like, what?
Yeah, I like
68? And then you have the next one, which is 3,400.
I like there's a comment on the current world record that's chill, bro. You already beat Seth's score.
Should I go like grab Gyro real quick?
Yeah, sure.
How
Be
many?
right back.
That
Wait,
rate is disgusting.
is he in a call? Is Gyro above us?
Yeah.
Haven't spoken
Yeah,
to Gyro
he's-
in a while.
There's a mod, right, that randomizes your crest. You should do that with this.
Hmm.
Like it on a timer.
Oh, that sounds god awful.
Okay, but imagine how funny it would be. I want to do like any percent runs with that. Can't wait to roll curse crest 3 times.
Uh-oh. Now I'm good. I'm a little bit sweaty.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's the world record?
The world record is 1750. I'm
Okay.
about to double it.
What guy? Posted one fucking cool thing you did. Someone just decimates
No,
him.
he's got the world record in Flea dodge as well, so he's fine.
Is it Northern or someone else?
You said Northern? I don't know. I don't remember his name. Shout out to that guy though. Gyro's
Their
busy.
name was like. Okay, now you have officially doubled their score.
Yep.
Their name was like. It had like QCCC or I don't remember. It was some like repetition of a bunch of letters. I'll look at my history again real quick. YouTube. All right, Juggling episode. Yay. Watch that later. QQQ2QAFFFE 4ULI1 or 81Z5. Like, great name. I kid you not when I say, like, of all topics, what do you think the other call is right now?
I heard like a G symbol come out of your mouth, so Geometry Dash?
No.
Destiny.
Nope.
That's
Am I
close.
gonna guess this?
You could. You very much could.
Roblox.
That right.
No.
Politics.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. We were just talking about it earlier, but yeah, he's finishing.
What are they?
his thought.
What specifically are they talking about? Into the mic,
I'm
please.
not.
What did you think about explosives? Tell the viewers.
What's up?
What did you think
Hello?
about the politics?
Hey, Gyro.
You should look at Croissant's stream. It's pretty fun.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
No, that was the exact same thing I did. It's like,
How long have you been doing this?
I don't know.
It's like over an hour.
At least.
We were just kind of having a casual conversation here, and over the process of that casual conversation, where we have been talking actively the whole time, and he's been responding, he's over double the world record. So that's fun.
Huh?
holy.
The other day, Ty said, "Beat my scores, loser," but I couldn't
Yeah, why don't you
just
stop at
say I
6-9
already
420?
have because he had beaten me by 1 in Juggle. And
Yeah, why don't you
now
stop
I'm
by
gonna
6-9
send him a
420?
screenshot and be like, "Well, I couldn't beat your Juggle score."
What's up, Hunt?
Stars. Why don't you stop at 6-9 420 just for like the perfect number?
That would require
That's
a
actually-
lot more.
That's really tempting though.
You say that, but like again, 69420 would be 69,000. That's not
Oh,
something-
Yeah,
oh
I
yeah,
don't-
no,
yeah,
I was,
I think
I,
you're
no, I
getting
was
there.
thinking of
You're
6,000.
forgetting
Nah, yeah, I am
I mean,
forgetting
okay,
a multiple
okay.
You
of
can stop
10.
at 6-7-6-7.
No. No.
What is 6-7?
6-7.
That's the.
Is that
fucking-
the when you see it number?
No, that's the.
No,
stupid
that's
new brain
727.
rot one.
6-7.
6-7.
Sorry,
That's
what's
the new
6-7?
brain rot. It's new. It's brain.
It's
rot.
literally, it literally means nothing. It
Yeah,
literally,
How
it's
did you guys
just,
do the Demon Slayer
Gen
movie?
alpha brain rot. For the very reason.
You know,
it's
I-
just
I-
a con-
Okay, Croissant, you could, unironically, you are more than halfway there. You could stop at 6969.
Ooh.
It's just required another hour, you know, like.
I mean, he's going as long as he wants. He's going until he can't go no more. That is the one thing. Like, I know this is probably like something you want to be done with, Croissant, but at the same time,
Mm-hmm. I don't
the
really,
last
I don't.
record.
Yeah.
The last record was them just kind of being done at a certain point, and that's
Mhm.
why you were able to beat it. So, like, I wouldn't give up and just kind of be done because you don't
Mhm.
feel like it anymore. I would genuinely go until you mess up.
See,
because that is something that
I could just like end it like kind of early and just give the next guy a reachable goalpost again, and then send the world into an arms race. But I also want to keep this record.
I was gonna say you could.
I
just
could
keep
be
it.
generous, but I also don't need to do that.
Croissant when he discovers the next unemployed person to take over.
I pass the torch on to you.
I was gonna say, Croissant, this would be a lot more understandable if you weren't in school that had just started recently.
Yeah, I've got psych homework that I need to do.
I was gonna say, like, you have active things to do. You're not unemployed.
I mean, that's unemployed. I sent a job application to the
true.
employment office of my school, and they said they would get back to me within a week or two.
What do you study, Croissant?
I'm studying video editing, or I'm majoring
Ooh.
in I'm majoring in multimedia. I'm
Ooh.
I'm in a psych class right now because I'm kind of exploring. I want to be a therapist, but that takes a lot of work, and I don't know how reasonable that is to obtain. So I'm just kind of putting my foot in the door for that. I definitely have the knowledge to be a video editor, though. Like that's an obtainable goal.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm in 3 multimedia classes and psychology intro to psych.
So I have so one of my friends who graduated used to be, he was a member of the media team for our school's football team,
Hmm.
and he was not a film or person or anything. He was a mechanical engineer. He just did film as like a hobby or something. You should definitely look into avenues like that for your school.
Hmm.
Because a lot of the times people aren't thinking of applying to like that kind of thing.
Hmm. It's like a school.
Yeah, like a school something related to like video editing marketing.
Hmm.
Because that's a great way to get like exposure as
Yeah.
well as like experience. Because you could say, "Oh yeah, I did this for our school's football team," especially if you go to like a bigger school.
Hmm. I actually have a decent portfolio because I edited the Pale Court trailer.
Oh, that's cool.
Most
I didn't
like
know that.
yeah, I mean I did do editing, but like I feel like it feels like a nothing achievement because like so much of it is like like really cool shots that are done by an animator, and I kind of stitched a bunch of stuff together. But I did like music sync and whatnot and picking out clips, which is what video
mean,
editing is. But
unironically, also H-Cult compilation stuff, for example.
yeah, I do like that. Um, Not
I don't know if
super
it's
proud of that, just in like a professional setting. I get that they are like
that's
not
fair
like
point.
even from like a YouTube like like funny editing style. I'm not incredibly satisfied with it. Like it took a lot of effort, but it doesn't look like something I feel like you would watch in a YouTube video.
Yeah, I guess the only thing with that is really like the moving of the characters or whatever,
Hmm.
right? But
Yeah, and I mean, like having good skills in keyframe animation in Premiere is a desirable skill. But the way that I use it is kind of it shows that I know how to move stuff around very fluidly, but I don't really have like I don't use sound effects. I don't use like I barely used props, and most of the props are all PT. Like
mhm.
it was just kind of moving stuff to sync to sound, and that is cool, but um, less interesting, I think.
Why are they so fast?
My
One.
promise to myself is that I was going to learn how to use After Effects for the next HVAC comp, and then I could
Mhm,
actually add like expressions to people and make it like
sure.
yeah.
Um, obviously you could lose at any point, like the little bit of panic you had in your voice a second ago
Hmm.
indicates, for example.
Nah, that wasn't
But
real.
yeah, true. But I didn't even think about this one earlier, but one of the milestones you hit was when you got 2306, you got the highest number out of all three of the Flea games. Which is
Oh,
quite cool.
cool.
Because I mean, makes sense. Flea Dodge is 2305, and then I mean
Hmm.
Juggle is not
How did
going to
that
be
hit?
anywhere close to this, right? Juggle is going to be significantly lower than either
Yeah.
one of these will ever get.
Juggle's the hardest, bro. You need
Isn't
like 3 years
Juggle is
before
in the thousands now, right?
Is this seriously?
I think I saw a score that had Juggle in the
you
thousands.
underestimate the unemployed.
Flea Juggle world record.
Remember how Cody said I'm unemployed's final boss? I'm responding to that message with this video.
I don't know actually. I see a 4 days ago. It says former world record 434. Where is this? 582 is not okay. 582 seems to be the highest I'm noticing here. 582 juggle. I say only, but this is only 24 minutes. Never mind. 1 day ago, 982.
Okay, so it's close.
Okay. Unfortunate. Yeah, 18 away from.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really sad. Mistake 1 was at 84. Mistake 2 was at 202. And mistake 3 was at
Oh,
83. Yeah, that's so long of being perfect.
jeez. Yeah.
Let me watch the great save. Oh my, what the fuck? Holy shit.
What happened?
Look at this.
Having a save in Juggle sounds hard.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay.
Are they
See this?
are they doing it with Beast Crest? Cool.
Beast Crest?
That's
Yeah.
the meta for juggle.
Oh, because it has like really good horizontal range.
Hmm.
Hunt, you see this?
And it covers
Yeah,
you
I'm
if you just do
watching.
a forward slash.
All right, behold this insane save.
Oh.
It's so cool.
This is like when they in shows they like have a character like looking at a scene and they're like, oh my god, look at how amazing this is. Too bad the
Yeah, I
audience
know,
can't see
and
this.
Too bad the audience can't see this. You will not get to see it. And then the people will react and see like, oh my god, that's so cool.
It's like one of those goalie, you know, like it's like in football. When you just those goalie blocks, the greatest of all times.
I don't.
Ah, Trey, I have no idea
Like
what you're talking about.
soccer, football, like British football.
Oh, like a goalie.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Goalie.
the
block.
goalie
I thought you
save.
said Goldie for some reason. I was confused.
No, I mean goalie save.
Yeah, crazy goalie saves. Those are nuts. Those are fun to watch.
Oh,
So how does
uh,
claw line
great.
doesn't count, does it?
It does. It just has to hit it correctly.
So can you double hit one? Like if
No,
you
it won't. It
claw
won't.
line
It
and
won't
then-
score. You can double hit, but it won't like score twice.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you need the second
Okay.
hit right to get the point. The first hit doesn't
Every time
get the
you're
point.
close to. Every time you're
No, you
close
can
to-
get a single hit claw line. And have it count. I think it depends on the height of the flea.
I think yeah, I was say like I think if you hit the like it would make sense if you hit the bottom of a flea. It doesn't work versus like if you hit the helmet.
Mm.
Every time you're close to any kind of threshold, I just like it's the kind of thing where like anywhere you end would be I would imagine it would be more than satisfying enough for you at this point. But at the same time, like you don't want to end on 309 anything, right? Like you don't want to be at that. Like you want to get the 4,000.
Yeah.
You need to get to 4,200 at least because that would be 420, but with another 0.
True.
And also like
I don't know. I'm thinking about 69.
you're getting closer to it.
Wouldn't be a bad.
It wouldn't be a
Like
bad
imagine if the
score.
world record was 69 for like years, which.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, hold. I was gonna say, hang on a minute though.
Hmm.
It's a funny milestone, and it's a funny world record.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think a world record of 69 gotten in like 3 weeks?
Yeah, no,
after the
it's
game's
I'm
released
I
would
know
last for
I know.
years?
Yeah, I know.
Is Zoe in the ledge?
Yes, I don't know what she's doing over there.
I'm gonna go grab her.
Yeah, just tell her to join. Don't tell her why.
Yeah, okay.
He's taking his second. I see that she's left H call, but she has not joined this call. There she is. Hey
Hello.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
you need to update the sheet.
what do you think of his stream?
Cool.
Calmest reaction.
The calmest, most subdued reaction known to man.
I'm controlling my reaction because
I mean,
It's just a
we've
trip
had,
somewhere.
I was gonna say there's no worry of distracting him considering
No,
the
yeah.
entirety of this run has been nothing but like
He's-
complicated conversations.
Yeah, he's just been conversing this
it's like
entire
it's
time.
I
a
was- I mean,
careful
hell,
scenario I have to approach. That's my mindset.
Yeah, fair enough.
I literally
Vibe him out.
I mean, I was literally like, at this point, Croissant, like it's funny to go for 6969, of course, but the other thing is like, What's 17 plus 58?
73.
Nope.
No.
17 plus 50. Oh,
Yep.
75.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
I was just quizzing you on math earlier, right?
Okay,
Like,
it would have been really funny
that
if
was
if the answer was 74, because then the answer would be
No.
74. I like how I went around
brain
both
rot?
of I went around that number
Because brain rot.
because brain rot. Every time I think about that number, I think about the fact that Monster has 74 episodes.
How do you even remember this?
Because I was watching Monster around the time that was the brain rot,
Incredible.
and I was like, this is the funny number.
I could be like halfway done with ReZero Volume 1 right now.
Yeah,
I
but
was
instead you're
going to
talking about
start
brain
it.
rot. You did start it actually.
I did start it. I read half of the first page.
42, the answer to the universe.
Yeah. "4242 incoming."
It's the super answer to the universe.
Indeed.
You know one feature I really want for the rando in this game?
Hmm.
I want to say like randomize, like, you know the different types of slots you have on tools?
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to randomize that, bro.
Slots as in...
The slot
Like,
colors?
you know how Beast Crest has like 2 yellows and 2 red?
Ooh, okay.
Hmm.
So that it's randomized, so like 2 blue, some shit. Or 1 blue, 1 yellow,
Well,
1 red.
the thing that would be weird about something like that, though, is just... If you randomize that, how would it even... That's a fun idea, but like, how could you randomize
I
that?
think
It's
that
just
would
a
be
concept.
I think that would be a separate mod.
Yeah, it'd probably be like an
It
add-on.
would
There's a
be an
lot of those
add-on,
for
yeah.
random.
It would just be that every crest when you find it is spawned with a different set, which
It's kind of like
kinda-
the randomized charm notches.
Yeah, but...
wait, what is randomized charm notches?
I mean, the costs, right? Like,
Oh.
it randomizes right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess it would be kind of equivalent to that, yeah.
Like, it is cool, don't get me wrong, I just don't really know how it could work beyond...
I mean, on paper, but this is just a thought. Like, if it was actually
Oh,
thought about, it'd probably be something clean.
Me when you randomize architect.
Architect getting fucking 3 smoke attacks.
I definitely think the randomizer can and will have you start with a random crest.
Oh yeah, I can't
Oh,
wait
for
for that.
sure. I guess that's my thing. I think that... I don't think it needs random, like, charm notch shenanigans because crests exist. I feel like crests are a good enough way of doing something like that because you're already going to have all the randomized charms
Yes,
in the
yeah.
first place. So
Yeah.
randomized charms plus random crest you start with,
It's
even
more-
if you get more crests
Feels
over time.
yeah, it feels a
It's
bit
more just different
redundant.
build potentials. Like some quests like Beasts don't have any blues.
Mm.
That's fair. This is true.
Like
I
it's just
wonder
what
if-
if scenarios. That might be cool.
Though I do
Yeah.
like the idea where it's like you start with Beast Crest and you need to use a blue charm for something. So then you find like a check that is blue, so you have to like work towards it because you're like, I need to use this blue
Yeah.
charm.
Yep.
Wait, how would you need that?
Hmm?
What do you mean you find a crest? Or why would you need a blue on Beast?
I guess Scuttle Brace is a yellow, but like if you needed, is there any movement at all in like inside of the blue ones? I don't think so actually.
Don't think so. Blue, yeah, I think it's just yellow. Actually, you do make a good point though, because there's no yellows. I want to say on So like for example, you wouldn't be able to get the check in the Weave Nest in Farfields if
you had
didn't have-
Architect.
If you were on I don't know.
I
about
know. I think Architect
having-
has yellows. You're
or-
right.
No, but Witch only has blues. I
Hmm.
believe.
Okay.
So that would be a thing, and also another one that would be interesting is Huntress Quest needs tools, so you can't use Shaman.
Man, this game is going to be
Very
very
niche.
good for the randomizer.
Like that's my thing. I was thinking initially that it might be a bad randomizer game. The more I've played it, no, this is
Yeah,
just
no,
gonna
it's
be
gonna be
really
so good.
fun. It's just gonna be so much fun for randomizer. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I kind of hope they don't patch Scuttle Brace. I understand why they would. Did you look at what that does?
Yeah, that just feels like it breaks the game too much.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, the
Maybe.
main reasoning.
It's
being
hard to
I
do.
don't-
It is very hard to actually pull off any meaningful skips.
I guess that's the thing. Regardless of that's a fair point because regardless of if it's patched or not,
Mhm.
it can just be an option in the same way that shade skips are options.
Right.
So like, because that's the thing. Regardless, it's a fun idea to not patch it, sure, but
Because
like either
pretty
way,
much
I
any sort
wouldn't-
of slope that you're not supposed to be able to climb on has a thing that's above it, and you basically
Yeah.
need cloak and dash. I guess you already need dash, but you would basically need cloak to get around it, and then even then, it's still very hard.
I mean, realistically, anything where you'd need that would probably also work well enough with Fade Down.
Right.
And I mean, Fade Down doesn't, especially with something like that, you don't need much to get to Fade Down.
Yeah. I'm super chill with there being some with that having some pretty obscure
It's
uses.
so I was gonna say, it's so obscure with it. Like no one's even remotely using that in the first playthrough anyway. It doesn't affect anything. It's fine. The main thing is, I will say, even if that was left in, I'm not. I don't really want to do randomizers with that personally.
Oh, I so want to do a randomizer with it.
It sounds fun to do as a flavor of randomizer, but I don't think I want to do that. Like
I wouldn't want to
generally.
start with it, but I would want to incorporate it later in, I think.
Maybe we shall see. I guess that's my thing that I really enjoy about Hollow Knight randomizers is it feels, I mean, it feels intended. It feels good. I don't need to. Oh, one thing, by the way, speaking of, one thing that would absolutely fucking suck in this game, even more so than Hollow Knight, is split dash.
Oh
Fuck
my
that.
god, please.
Fuck
No,
that.
I wish there's a
I-
saying for randos to start with dash. I don't even care, I just want dash.
I think there is. Or I guess we need
I hope
Silksong.
so.
If you
So
can't
boring
run
without-
in, I was just like, there's a
Oh, split
dash.
run? Absolutely not. I
No, that's what-
imagine
that's
what they're
the
gonna do
ability.
is split run and dash.
I don't.
And
that
then-
just sounds hell.
Does it? I don't think so.
I don't want to not be able to run in one direction, bro.
Oh, no. I don't think... I mean, like, I think splitting, like, run from dash. Like, I think run and dash are... There's gonna be an
That's- but
option
that-
to split them.
Because that's my thing. Something I know I know splitting them is already like I know splitting dash, for example, is already not a vanilla concept,
Hmm.
but I feel like it's a bit anti randomizer of game to start coming up with other concepts like that to the point where you split an ability into two abilities.
I feel like, I mean, the randomizer, as you get more and more into it, just gets more and more anti-game in that sense.
I guess so. It doesn't
Which
really matter.
it's the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't want to start with it, but once we get more and more into it, it'd be more interesting.
I guess that's still my thing though. Is with split dash is already annoying-ish feeling, but it's fine because I mean movement in general. Like I mean Sprint Master and stuff like that solves it, but like in this game, all movement is essentially just run to the point where like I don't know. It feels just weird to have. The concept of splitting that sounds weird to me, just because you have so much movement versus like there's no slight differences with like Sprint Master versus not Sprint Master or whatever, right? Like Sprint Master does fucking nothing in this game comparatively to what it does in Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight, it's like
I don't.
40% higher.
I'm
I'm just saying, like,
agree with that.
Sprint Master in Hollow Knight feels like you go like 20% faster than you otherwise would. Be going.
I
in this
used
game.
Sprint Master this whole game. 'Cause I like
Oh,
didn't. I
the-
hated. Yeah, I like hated having it off.
Oh, the new. Oh, and the one in this game. Oh,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying like, okay. I'm saying without. I guess I'm saying this backwards. I'm not talking about the other charm. I haven't used it.
Right, that's what
I
I thought.
intentionally didn't the first time. But what I mean when I say sprint master, I mean like just in terms of like base walking around speed. No.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you took sprint master the charm from Hollow Knight and ported its exact way of working into this game and ignored the
Mhm.
concept of run existing, the speed that you get from sprint master in Hollow Knight
I think
compared
it's
to
less than run.
fast,
Yeah.
as I say, compared to the fastest amount of speed that you can get in Hollow Knight is still meaningful versus in this game it's fucking nothing because you go so much faster than Hollow Knight ever
Mhm.
does. So that's kind of my thing with something like that is it feels weird to have it like so important of a speed thing. This game has speed be way more important in general.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
no.
not having run in general, it's gonna be a little bit painful, but whatever. I mean, not having dash in Hollow Knight is kind of painful, but it's
I guess it
not
actually
so bad.
works well
Yeah.
enough. I guess yeah, that exactly.
Because you have enough verticality.
In this game, it's interesting actually to sprint. I think I agree with you actually about splitting dash and run because if you do, then you can still. That sounds fun because then it's a question of what can you make with like a running jump versus what
Right,
you need
right.
dash for.
That's what I was thinking.
Those are separate concepts, and that's a cool idea. Okay.
Maybe they'll actually give us split double jump. You can only double jump in one direction.
Fuck you. Oh God, you know they already want to split everything anyway, right?
Split claw line.
I was gonna say split claw line. Woo! Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds so.
It's gonna happen.
Hear me out, guys. What if split dash, but like again?
Ah!
No.
Oh! Oh my God!
Huh.
Huh? There it goes.
Huh.
Well, there it goes. Okay.
Yeah, I did beat
That
my
was a little
previous
bit doing
score.
it.
You did outdo yourself. What-
I
okay.
mean,
Did
yeah.
you beat that?
Yeah, I beat Seth.
Oh, no, it's pretty close.
See, no matter where you ended, it would have been a little sad that you couldn't have gotten a little farther, unless it was 6969, of course. But
Yeah.
you couldn't have gotten 3 more.
Ah.
6, 7.
Well, there's that.
Well, were you
scared
recording?
yourself.
I was recording, and I'm now going to stop recording.